In a society where ethics and values appear to be constantly in flux, School of Divinity graduates are public leaders, prepared to take their place alongside other public leaders who have different professional formation, like lawyers, doctors, and business leaders. Graduates bring religious perspectives and practices to the most pressing questions of our day. They are agents of justice, reconciliation, and compassion in churches and communities.
Students who come to Wake Div are on a trajectory to be doing work in the world that really matters to the health and well-being and wholeness of our world. They're doing work in, their ministerial work touches on issues of ecology, injustice and oppression, violence, and many other difficult issues that we are struggling with in the public square at this moment in history. So when students come to Wake Div, one of our goals is to prepare them and to create an environment in which they are able to practice some of the skills that they will need in order to be religious leaders for our world that is so broken and hurting, but also for a world that has so much hope and possibility latent within it.
Maria Inge is a 2016 graduate of the School of Divinity's Joint Degree Program in Law. She says she found an academically rigorous yet comfortable and safe environment at Wake Forest that has allowed her to put purpose to her passion for public service.
I think law teaches me how to be very direct and concise. How do you get to the point of what you're trying to make very quickly so you don't waste anyone's time, which everybody can agree there's a benefit to that. Theology in my time in divinity school has reminded me how important it is to not see things as a process very quickly and an end result. Sometimes it's about the entire journey to get there. And so I recognize that both as an attorney and as a minister, you kind of want to get to that end result, figure out what the person needs at that moment and how you can share the wealth of knowledge that you've acquired over time with them. But divinity school asks you to say, remain present. How do you remain present with somebody who's going through something very traumatic, but this is something you deal with every single day? If you're a minister or you're a chaplain, you might work in the adolescent ward. You might work in pediatrics, so you know exactly what a parent's going through every time you go into work. But for them, when the chaplain shows up, that might be the worst moment for them. As an attorney, you might deal primarily with domestic violence, or you might do drug cases, or you might even do homicides. So for you, it's an average day at work. For the person you're working with or working for to help, this is the worst day of their life. And ministry reminds me to stay present with the one person that I'm trying to assist every single day.
Dr. Neil Walls is Associate Professor of Old Testament Interpretation. He not only values his interactions with students both in and outside of the classroom, but how the diverse student body enriches classroom learning.
As an ecumenical school, we thrive on vigorous debate, on robust conversations, and occasionally deep disagreements about how we envision the role of the church, how we interpret the Bible, where we place ourselves theologically. And we find that very exciting. That is, it's fun to get together and talk about these things. As a biblical scholar, the canon doesn't change from year to year, but I enjoy teaching the canon year after year because our conversation changes. The people in the room change. We're always interested in attracting interesting people with interesting ideas. Again, as a university-related school, we thrive on this type of diversity based on class, based on race, based on gender identity.
The church of today is diverse and multifaceted. Josh Godwin, a 2016 graduate, says he is most grateful for the experiences he had within social settings and issues that helped to creatively prepare him for effective leadership.
So ministry is such a practical job, and we have to do so many things, and it's hard to really think about the theory before you get into it. So one of the things that I've encountered here is a space to where I can learn the practical needs of ministry through the Art of Men program, through internships, and really get to see how ministry works, but then also have time in the classroom in elective classes and core classes to get the disciplines and tools needed to do that work, the theory behind it all. And then finding the way that bridges across that gap between theory and practice while we're in here and we have that chance to do both sides of that, to then prepare us when we go into ministry and have that full scope of understanding and that full scope of readiness before we start our vocations.
Faculty at the School of Divinity are invested teacher-scholars who maintain a high standard of student engagement and personal attention in the classroom, through mentoring, and creative and engaged scholarship across the full variety of contemporary religious life. As new challenges call upon the next generation of leaders, our faculty are on the leading edge of research in areas like the religious experiences of marginalized people groups, Christian life in public office, theological studies on emotions like human vulnerability and suffering, interreligious dialogue, and sustainability in eco-theology. At Wake Forest, we think the best way to find your path is to lose yourself in the mix of what excites and challenges you. As a graduate school, a part of a top 30 national university, we're located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, a city acclaimed for its festivals and films, dance, food, music, and art. Here, possibilities surround you. Lectures bring the world of ideas to campus. Travel abroad excursions allow you to explore diverse perspectives. And because our classrooms are connected to the world, students play as well as study. At Wake Forest, faith becomes a decision to lead.